What's up, YouTube? Nachi here. Today we're gonna talk about checking your own fluids. This vehicle is an '06 Chevy Uplander with a 3.5 two-wheel drive, and this person's a real good customer. They do take care of their stuff, but unfortunately shit happens. So today she got towed in for, I guess, a transmission slipping. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the car on, let it warm up. So the car's running. Gonna let it warm up to operating temperature, and then we're gonna check the transmission dipstick. Now don't get them confused. A lot of them will say transmission on it, trans fluid. It's usually red. This is your oil. Check your oil with the vehicle off. Check your transmission with the vehicle running. Best way to get a good reading is by turning the vehicle on, like I said. And we're gonna close the door. Make sure close the door. We're gonna go through all the gears. So put on your parking brake if it works. Step on your regular brake. Let's go to reverse. Felt like it engaged. Oh, sorry. Neutral. Go to drive. Did not feel an engagement. Go 3. Go 2. 2 engaged. Go to 1. Did not feel an engagement. Go back to neutral. Right? So we went through all the gears. Now we're gonna check our dipstick. Now manufacturers say that you're supposed to do this every 50,000. We try to recommend it every 30. And if you can see there, there's nothing on no fluid on there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna top it off, see if there's a leak, and check the function again. Now what I did was I put the funnel right where the dipstick goes through, and I poured some fluid in there. Now be careful with what you're using. You got to look at your manufacturer's specs for what kind of fluid you're using. We are using a product that is synthetic and universal at the same time. It works on any vehicle except CVT. Be very careful with CVT. You don't want a teaspoon of the wrong stuff will wipe out your transmission on a CVT. So now that I just topped that off, we're going to do the same thing. Dipstick is out. You can put it in if you want. It really doesn't matter. What you want to do is suck up that fluid through the hydraulic system. So we're going to do the same thing. Put your parking brake on, regular brake, reverse, neutral, drive. Felt a slight engagement. Go to 3, no engagement. Go to 2, engaged, 1. Now we just went through all the gears. Back to park or neutral. Let's check the dipstick again. Sorry for the shakiness. I'm still trying to figure out how to do this without using 2 hands. Make sure your dipstick is all the way in. Pull it out. Check the level. I like to check both sides. Now we're almost there. A little bit more. If your fluid is low, it's because it's going somewhere. It does not evaporate, so you have a leak somewhere. I pretty much guesstimate how much I'm putting in. Perfect. Right on the hot. That's where you want it, when it's nice and warm. If it's still in the cold, after it's hot, it's low. But if you just started it up and it's on the cold side, just give it a few minutes, warm it up. The reason being is because the fluid expands, believe it or not. Anything that gets heated up or anything that gets cold will expand and contract. So right now we're up to temperature, we're up to level. Now we're gonna engage the gears again, and then so far only number 2 engaged. But let's see what drive does now that we're topped off. Reverse engages. Drive still not engaged. 3, 2's engaged. 1. Back to park. Now let's check for a leak. Alright, now that we're up, we're topped off the level. There is a leak. Looks like somebody might have done the oil pan transmission oil pan gasket. So what we're gonna do is strip. Gonna check if it's tight. I don't like that noise. So we're just gonna give it a good snug check here. Doesn't seem to be loose. Let's look a little deeper then, huh? Trusty flashlight. See fluid from up there. Looks like stuff that was poured in. So either this person just had service done somewhere else, something's definitely leaking here. Close the lines. Transmission coolant lines. Follow those. See nothing wrong with the lines. They're sweating a little, but it's not enough to cause that type of damage. Take this cover off. Take the inspection cover off. The car is still running. Watch your fingers. Do not wear any loose clothing. Alright, so we topped off. Try to look for a leak. What it was is somebody tried to top it off. Looks like they missed. They might have had it serviced, who knows. But now that it's topped off, maybe it's a little too late. How do I know it's too late? Your RPMs and your miles per hour should be close to equal. Close to equal. So right now, I'm in drive. I'm at 2,000. And it is slowly getting up there. There's like barely, oh, there it kicked in. Kicked in. To me, that tells me first gear is no good. First gear clutch. Yep, first gear clutch is no good. But as soon as if we can get enough speed on the wheels, transmission control module will automatically kick in the second gear, third, fourth. Come on. Come on. It'll kick in. There it is. So the first gear clutch pack is no good. Unfortunately, with 103,000 miles, she's gonna need a tranny. New or used, it really doesn't matter. I don't think so. I've had a lot of luck with used ones. If you get a brand spanking new, it's gonna cost you some money, but it's well worth it, depending on how much money you want to invest in your vehicle. Getting a reman, depends on who's awake at that time. We get it through this company called Jasper. They reman them. Unfortunately, I've gotten two that are no good. It might have passed when they benched it, but it failed when we tried it on the car. It all depends on the skills of the technician that does it, I guess, or the parts they're using, or what have you. Either way, there's LKQ, which is Boneyard. I think they're nationwide. You can use them for used stuff. We'll see what happens. Check your oil regularly. Check your transmission the way I showed you. The fluid should be pink or red. If you start getting into the brown, have it flush, change the filter. We do have the machine that does a thorough flushing. Change the filter if you have a filter. That's how I prefer to do it. That way you got clean stuff running through your clutches. And that's about it. Just check on everything. Don't go, oh, winter's here. Well, winter's should be here in about 3 months or so. Check your transmission, check your brakes, check your tires, check your suspension. Transmission, a lot of people get stuck in snow. And first thing they do is reverse drive, reverse drive, reverse drive. In the middle of winter, I'll probably bang out 10 to 12 transmissions, maybe 4 differentials, and a lot of broken drive axles. So take care of your vehicle. Peace.